Crime Fighters, the #1 security program on television.
Welcome to your #1 security program on television, Crime Fighters, the police, and you. On this episode, we will be taking you on a trip to Niger State, the power state, where crime fighters have a chat with the Commissioner of Police, Niger State Police Command, Mr. Michael Zokumo, who will be telling us about the achievement recorded in the fight against crime and criminality in Niger State. On Crime Scene segment, we'll bring you the story of Mrs. Beatrice Sefiu, who allegedly murdered her husband. How, you may say, but don't worry, because the answer is not far-fetched. I only urge you to sit back, relax, and watch this episode that promises to be very informative. You stand a chance of learning one or two things. I am Francis Owaro, welcoming you once again to your #1 security program on television, Crime Fighters, the police, and you. Hello there. You're welcome to another exciting edition of our interview segment. Francis Owaro is my name, and today we will be speaking with the Commissioner of Police, Niger State Command, in the person of Mr. Michael Zokumo, Fellow of the War College. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Just after the Boko Haram crisis in Maiduguri and other parts of the north, Niger State almost had its own share of such crisis. How did you do it, sir?
It was not just me alone. It is the command, the state government. It's one of those state government that is very proactive. There are sometimes people in aim of affairs, either as governors, as presidents, or as police commissioners, and sometimes they are shy away from their responsibility. But whatever will be done to save life and property is very, very important. And that is how we reasoned. I can remember we even had a late night meeting with His Excellency here. It's called Chief Servant here. He's a servant leader here in Niger State. So he did not allow things to degenerate until lives are lost. Since there was a great fear, we use the Constitution. The Constitution empowers us to take proactive measures to make sure that lives and property is protected. And that's exactly what we did. We went there and we evacuated them without any problem at all.
In each state of the Federation, there are some peculiar crime cases, like in the Niger Delta, it used to be kidnapping, although it moved to the southeast, and other violent crimes.
Yeah.
So what are those peculiar crimes here in Niger State?
The crimes that you have in the Niger Delta, you also have them here. It's a question of the decree. Here is a command that talk about zero tolerance to crime. And I particularly hate violent crimes. Because if police will do our work, if we don't do our work, you know what happens? People get killed. Things that people have saved, maybe a vehicle that somebody has saved, even borrowed money to buy, gets stolen or get destroyed, or property gets destroyed. So that is why I hate violent crimes. I fight it. Once there's any armed robbery, anything about armed robbery, let me tell you one thing. Because I hate violent crime. If you are my DPO in any of these divisions, and they are selling Indian hemp, or they are taking one drug, and you do not go and stop it, and happen to get information, and I come from here to go and stop it, I transfer you. And so far, they all know. So they have all worked very, very hard to make sure that crime is reduced to the barest minimum. Crime is evil. Society without crime is evil. Even in heaven, I think one of the angels one time rebelled against God. He has to be expelled. So now that he's expelled, I think in heaven there's no crime. So it's a question of decree. Here we have some Fulanis. They block the roads. Market days, they block the road. And they can rob with, even one person can rob. Like a motorcyclist is passing this in. They may get in as passengers along the road, they may rob the person. sometimes try to kill the person. But most of these times, we have always intervened swiftly. I think the thing has declined seriously. Then we notice that most of these robberies, blocking of roads, take place during market days. So if we know that we are having a market day tomorrow, from today, we start watching out for it, and that has helped.
What has been your challenges in fighting crime in
There are a lot of challenges here. This is a third world country where people don't seem to appreciate the effort of the police. I think one of the few bodies are called them, organizations that are working in this country. It's police. I don't know any police officer of the rank of CSP and above. If you have 10, I think about 8 of them may have hypertension. Why is it so? Because they work very hard. In other countries, they work 8 hours. But here, sometimes we work 24 hours. In other countries, maximum, when they work 8 hours. But here, sometimes we work throughout. We don't sleep. All the problems of the society fall on the police. Let me give you an example. If the government did not provide jobs for the people, who will bear the brunt? The police. Why is it so? Because it is the police that most of them will become criminals, and they want to live off the society, either by stealing or by armed robbery or by this thing. So who will go and fight them? The police. When so much money is in private hands, and the distribution of the system of distribution is not the same, who will bear it? The police. All the vices of the society falls on the police. So you can now understand why we have sleepless nights, and why some of us get killed. Because the police are the one who will stop them. They always see the police as an enemy. But at the same time, those who are supposed to appreciate the effort of the police don't seem to appreciate the effort of the police. In fact, in most cases, they don't even understand. A policeman is like a human being. It's not just giving me uniform. You must know that a policeman is like a human being. He will sleep. If he's going to sleep, you are going to give him house. He has gone to protect you and your children. He has gone to make sure that even the schools are safe. He has gone to make sure that as your children are being taken to the best schools, they go back and come back without being molested. He also has his own children who will also go to school. He has to pay for school fees. And because he has gone to protect you, so because he has not slept, he must sleep. And sometimes when he goes out to protect you, he does not come back. In trying to save you, he may get killed. He may even get maimed. These are all problems that we have.
Niger State is a very vast state. Yes. What is the security agenda for Niger State?
Security agenda. Well, the primary purpose of is not like an angel. An angel that cannot protect is not a good angel. The angel talks very beautiful things to you, talk you to sleep. Then when the devil came to consume you, he's not there to help you. He just sits outside, he's still saying fine things while you are being killed by the devil. So the essence of police is fighting crime. A police force that cannot fight crime is not the police. The good police officer is not the one that preaches. It's not the one that summonizes. It's the one that fights crime so that even when the crime is coming, it's already stopped. So it will not get to you. That's a good police officer. And that's exactly what we do. We take into consideration so much of the preventive measures so that crime don't get to the crime don't consume or Nigerians don't fall victim to crime. Our intelligence section here is very robust. Maybe because I was also there and I worked for 7 years in the Criminal Intelligence Bureau. The man is not here. We called for him. Very robust, and he's been doing wonders. Before you think of it, look at that boy that would have been killed. That Fulani boy that would have been killed. Before they could carry it, we were already there. And we have done wonderful things concerning that. I remember that time when a man who went to a bank with so much money, and then by the time he saw police come to announce whether anybody had lost money, nobody said those. But we recovered this money. We have arrested somebody with money. Everybody was looking around for this. And this man went there. That was when he discovered that it was him. It was his money that was taken. In fact, he didn't know that he had lost his money. So our own is prevention of crime. And then since we know that the peculiar crime, this vastness of the area, enables some criminals to sometimes block the road. This Fulanis, particularly Fulanis, market days to block the road. When it's market days, we patrol the area more frequently to avoid them from this. And sometimes when we see them, we accost them, question them, so that they will not be a problem to people. We have our challenges there. We don't have enough vehicles to patrol every part of the state. That's a very big problem. The few vehicles that we have, most of them are old too. But we manage them the way we can. And I think Niger State is still very, very peaceful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Well, this is where we'll be rounding up this very exciting interview segment. And you will agree with me that it has been very educative. And we've been speaking with the Commissioner of Police, Niger State Police Command.